Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Penzing Air Base, and I may say so, hopefully the future ADAC research track. First and foremost, I would like to greet the representatives of the Bundeswehr Service Center, our hosts at this airbase. Thank you very much for giving us permission to land here on your premises, where we have been allowed to perform our tests since May. I would also like to extend a warm welcome to the Major of Penzing, dear Mr. Burkhardt. He maybe comes a little bit later. We greatly appreciate the support you and your community have shown to ADAC since the beginning of our collaboration. This is certainly something we do not take for granted. I would like also to extend some warm welcome to the representatives of Landsberg. At the end of a 2-year public strategy process, Landsberg decided to work on becoming and serving as a model city for intelligent mobility. I congratulate the citizens, the City Council, and the Lord Mayor of Landsberg on this step. Even District Commissioner Eichinger told the media when he took office that the district might be interesting for automotive companies. Unfortunately, he cannot attend today. Finally, let me also welcome the representatives of the Euro NCAP and Global NCAP, first and foremost, Michel von Ratingen and David Ward. I'm happy that today we can all look at the achievements made possible by our worldwide crash tests. It is my great pleasure on this conference under the motto Testing Automation that we can open a new chapter in the safety assessment of cars. The ADAC Technik Zentrum is only a stone's throw away. When we launched ADAC Technical Center in 1997, no one could have anticipated the turbulent development of mobility itself. Independent consumer tests and the assessments are still incredibly important, even 20 years after the opening of the test center. The decisive role of strong consumer tests is evident when financial markets put manufacturers under enormous cost-cutting pressure and governments do not always make full use of the means at their disposal. Thus, the crash tests for India, South America, and eventually South Africa are prime examples of what consumer tests and professional media relations can achieve. In Europe, the Dieselgate scandal has shown the necessity of independent clarification. And I will also say this, Euro NCAP is a benchmark for all of us. The high standards it imposes on the automotive industry have boosted competition among the manufacturers and have far advanced road safety. David Ward, Michel von Ratingen, thank you so much for your untiring commitment. You can clap your hands. Stand here. Let us never forget one thing that drives us is our work for road safety, and this we must improve upon constantly. And this is what has kept us going all these years. Let me give you a few facts and figures. In 1987, ADAC carried out the first crash test for consumer protection in Europe. Since its beginning, there has never been a shortage of new ideas. For example, the introduction of the side impact test. So since 1997, our ADAC experts in Landsberg have tested some 3,000 cars, crash tested 900 vehicles, more than half of them to the Euro NCAP and Global NCAP standards, examined 4,100 child-resistant systems, and tested 40,000 tires. To give you an idea of how important the commitment has been, it might be best to take a look at the official accident statistics. When ADAC began its crash tests, more than 8,500 people died on German roads every year. 20 years later, the death total has dropped by more than 60% to less than 3,200. I'm sure you are familiar with the FIA's Vision Zero initiative. In a nutshell, its objective is to reduce the number of road fatalities to zero. So it will take much time and effort. We should all try to achieve this aim. Even as the importance of activity safety provided by accident-preventing systems up to autonomous driving increases, crash tests will remain an essential part of road safety. The vehicles on display, you can see here, impressively showcase the achievements in vehicle safety over the past 20 years in Europe. Unfortunately, this is not a given everywhere. Therefore, we will continue to contact the global NCAP to fight for worldwide vehicle safety. Our portfolio also includes consumer tests relating to individual mobility, for instance, bicycle helmets, pedelecs, child bike trailers, and dash cams. Ladies and gentlemen, the continuous expansion of our testing activities in Landsberg has now shown us certain boundaries. At the same time, the requirements and expectations concerning ADAC tests have increased. In other words, conventional tests no longer suffice, especially when it comes to the ever-increasing number of assistance systems. Today, customers have a choice of some 40 different electronic assistants, from useful comfort features to life-saving advanced emergency braking systems. This is actually what the consumer expects from the automotive industry. Crucial assistance systems must be standard in small and mid-range cars and at prices everyone can afford. Safety should be a given. A system is where Pensing comes into play as an interesting location for ADAC. Many of these systems require enough space and sufficiently long road sections for testing. At the ADAC Technikzentrum in Landsberg, we have neither one nor the other. However, our plans for Pensing are about much more. We are envisaging an innovation campus into which IT or high-tech companies can be integrated. The participation of a university or college is also conceivable. As you probably know, ADAC is already cooperating with many German universities and colleges in the fields of vehicle safety, accident research, and e-mobility. Last but not least, such an innovation campus might even be a good place for a training academy. You see, we have no shortage of ideas and visions. We are ready and willing to commit to the sizable investments needed to make mobility just the extra bit safer for people in the country. I read in a newspaper article that you consider the current ADAC testing activities to be useful for humanity. Your assessment made me very happy. This is exactly what we have been trying to do at Landsberg for some 20 years and what we shall live up to this standard in the future here in Pensing. Therefore, we would appreciate it all the more to see you again at the inauguration in Pensing several years from now, maybe not so much as in Berlin, a little bit shorter, but hopefully very fast. Thank you very much.